Fury are down to those 0 and 2 relegation battles, but that does mean Shopify Rebellion are going to be prepared, I would imagine, for what
holy
they will do
shit.
on Fortress.
And similar for the other side as well.
I'm gonna wash my hands because
played it twice
my hands
so
are still on
far
the floor.
here,
Be right back.
beating Virtus Pro 7-5 yesterday, and Edward Gaming the day before 7-2. They even beat Falcons back at SI 7-1. So there's certainly no slouches on this map. Both teams have got a record of 3-0 on it. And both teams do quite like it. So I think we could be in for another really interesting game here, Tim. Because, obviously for all gamers, although we've seen them play a little bit in the Chinese kickoff, we haven't seen a lot of them on the international stage. And I can only imagine they've been cooking up something a little bit special behind the scenes.
We'll get straight into it then. Our bans come through. We've got Monty and Snake taken off the board by all gamers. So not wanting to deal with the big shieldy boy or the rapid clearance machine that is Solid Snake. And Shopify Rebellion taking Azami and Smoke. So having a little bit of a look towards maybe just removing a bit of that plant denial, forcing the Tachanka pick from solo mid. We did see them, all gamers, using Tachanka yesterday against Furia. It was a regular pick for them, so it shouldn't be too much of a shake-up for them.
No, nothing too crazy, I think, overall. So we'll see how things go up here on this top floor. So we're kicking things off anyway, at least assuming my eyesight isn't awful. In fact, no, we are going to find ourselves moving mainly down towards the southeast side of the map. It's very typical when defending up here as well, but you'll have the extension coming in. If you're defending down towards the southeast side of the map, then you extend up towards the northwest. If you're defending on the northwest, then you come down towards the southeast. It's very, very simple. And if you haven't watched too much Siege before, the reason for that is that if you only sit on the site itself, you're probably going to be screwed. You concede all map control. You make it far too easy for the attackers to get set up for an execute. So you need
I'm back. All right, here we go, chat. Round 1. Fortress. We were floating shit, bro. I missed it, bro. Another Fortress game for SPOIT. These Fortress and Layer are the maps that I always see Willie going fucking nuclear on, so this looks good for him. Mido, thank you for the sub. IGTY, thank you for the sub. Appreciate you guys.
Well, I think you might see a few battle traps coming out from a few teams here. She's had a bit of time now in the game. Teams have had
Rebellion,
with her. Still very special.
Zami smoke ban.
You're going to be doing in terms of the
AG ban, the Montaigne, and the
exactly what it is you're going to be doing with her. But
Snake.
Well, we've seen the recent changes.
This is a G2 push. Match restore Aurora.
For defenders to open that door. Solo mid manages to pick up the kill on
Surf. Big walk. Big walk from blue stairs. Really fast walk up Eagle. White stairs.
Onto MC as well.
Walk into blue from Surf. Super fast take. Completely stuns all gamers. I did not expect it to go that fast.
Minute 10 in, and Shopify Rebellion have nearly got this 1-1 already.
Wow, Moonlight going down. Moonlight was going crazy the other game against Furia, but they go crazy now.
But you can't forget as well, she's got that DMR, a super popular weapon at the minute inside of the game, and Wrexham putting it to great use. That is not a good start if you're all
both
gamers.
Coaches just sight synced up writing on their notepad.
Over Tim. And of course, it's only round 1, so you don't want to get too carried away with it. But if that's the kind of pace this game's going to be played at, then all gamers sorely need to wake up here. Otherwise, it could be a pretty quick game. Same lineup coming out for the most part, for Rebellion. Imagine they'll stick to it and then, of course, change over based on what site that we're stepping into next. But very, very comfortable. Move down towards that southeast side, as I said, in towards bunks and games, which means you'll probably see an extension from all gamers up towards the site that we were just defending. And imagine Rebellion will probably try to look to crush onto them.
R6 esports status. What is this? Oh, is this the clutch?
Yep, Surf and
It'll likely be the death of him. Never mind. My bad. He's 8-0 right now. He might be 10-0. He could pre-fire this Goyo right around the corner.
What the fuck is Nuxco looking at?
Lights him up. Surely not. Hits the reload.
Oh, fake drop sound.
Could be an important decision. He sprints from
that
the
was
corner.
sick.
Hello, what are you doing?
That was a fake drop. That was a fake drop. That was a fake drop. But what the fuck is Nuxco looking at?
8-0 right now.
Did you really get broken by your ankle broken by the sound that bad, bro? That second guy, that was a fake drop. That was sick.
Okay. Well,
that was sick. Second guy ankles broken is crazy. It's fine.
I think he went down so fast when he was dropping down those Chanka pellets to try and slow down the push. Yes, he got a kill.
Oh, is this another fast push? It looks like they want to go for something else fast. Is this straight on the breach plant that the other team was doing? No, they don't have anything to break the wall open. I wonder what this is for. Another horse crunch? I'm confused, actually. Rexon's on wall. Straight to mattress, it looks like, but there's a player hard left. There's a player hard left. Oh, good turn by Troy. Good triple hopping. Straight in. C4 and a Canadian.
A lot of intense
but this time AG are ready for it. This time AG are ready for it. AG actually responded really, adapted really well to that fast pace. Swagman Kane is taking the sub. I appreciate you, man.
Kills, which leaves Diffuser down cold, and all gamers in a 3v2 advantage. Ambi and Rexon are last alive. They've got some good utility there. One Selma left, and also the Glaz with that super powerful scope.
I feel like a lurk up red stairs here would make this push a lot better. No chat. Like, have the guy get up to red stairs first, like around this area, and then hop in, and then red stairs walks up, kills his horse guy, and then they don't have to worry about the backside.
The thing is, Shopify Rebellion have got tons of time here to deal with this teamwork, trying to clear Moonlight out. The flash goes in. They know exactly where he is. Ambi goes looking and manages to find.
That evens out the round really well for them, because now they don't have to worry about counter pressure anymore. Good rush reinforcement from Macy's to make sure they don't have to worry about that. I think both are going to stack up here. Oh, they have no idea. Railgun. They have no idea he's close. Oh, bad whiff for the first guy.
Railgun gets one, looks for the third onto Ambi, but can't quite collect. Smokes are down. He's got a brief advantage here in which to try and make something happen. Knows that he's got a man tight on his right.
Wow,
sure
Ambi.
enough, looks for him, can't find him. Railgun makes it a 3. And all gamers take round 2.
Not like Ambi to miss his opportunity. No. Goes around the corner. First shot didn't land, and that was the only chance that he really had. Railgun finishes that one off, and I think Shopify Rebellion, I don't fault them for it. I think, yep, give it a go. They've just, let's try and flood sight. I think it's kind of having that mentality of, we're the better team here. Let's just go in and we'll just run over the top of them. I think now you need to look at that and say, right, okay, we've maybe got the size of them now. We're not going to get away with that. So I would expect to see Shopify Rebellion now reverting maybe more to, let's just play some really clean, solid siege and beat them that way.
Absolutely. I still think they'll run along with the blitz because one, Canadian looks
great
playing
operator.
it too, but it's also the site that we're going into. Now that we're going on the downstairs, we see shields being brought along for this site so often that it would seem a little bit silly to step away from it just because of how the last couple of rounds have gone. Then maybe they were anticipating we'd see a repeat on the upstairs as well, going back to the first site, command and office that they lost, but nope. Down we go, which means a full change-up for Rebellion as well, running around with Sens. We saw Rexon rolling this an awful lot on their game on Lair. I want to say it was yesterday we cast that one. So more of the same here, along with the Doc.
Alright, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it, Doc. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate it, man.
Craziness, Tim. When we saw
I'm calling you Shaward.
First round here at the tournament on the Vigil, he netted a 4K. So I think there's a little bit of consideration for what he
go.
Pre-fire was coming on. Certainly being a high risk there, trying to stay and look for a shot.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I think
Ambi doesn't find his target either.
Those fucking 67 push-ups knocked me out, bro.
Boss G to good use yesterday, and just gives it another whirl. Not going to find his man
that shit was
time,
crazy,
bro.
Sure,
that more opportunities will prevent themselves. Canadian goes in aggressively on the blitz, just looking to take ground here and start pushing
through. I'm actually like humongo fat ass mode right now, bro.
If he can by getting inside of games, he's going to be supported by Ambi in that. In fact,
the thing is, I should probably do more. Like after this game, I should probably do some setups, bro.
Look to head down the stairs. We don't generally see too much verticality onto this site. It is there. It is possible. It tends to be limited to the hatching briefing. You just try and work around that, drop and get a plant.
You should guess the score of every game, and by every round you're off.
Down on the ground line.
15!
Those defenders that are directly
I think I might die, Dapper.
Now we've seen the first one of those light screens.
I think I would literally die of cardiovascular disease from that alone. Actually, no, I'd probably die from cardiovascular disease from not doing that.
Now the ceiling's starting to be opened up by Rexon at the same time.
I'll just ask Chad a number every single one and I'll cap it at something. Chad, I can't do 6-7 again on any other exercise. Not for today.
Certain spots no longer defendable because if you sit there, you're probably getting shot in from above. But of course, keep your eye on Canadian. He's the one with the diffuser in back pocket, Tim. So he's the one looking to get this done.
Yeah, out go the smokes, and there's going to be down goes MC as Ambi manages to find that long-range kill, just
going for the same door plant. They might be skipping it and going for the infirmary player. It's a fake. Really good strat. Yeah, they faked the same door plant and they instead went for the infirmary guy. That was really good. Expectation and reality by Shopify Rebellion.
5 versus 2, and this is what I meant from Shopify Rebellion. It's been aggressive, yes. It's been intense, yes, but it wasn't that attempt at just running in and rushing and rolling over the top of them. Instead, it's been clean siege. It's been about putting them
I'm
in
going to write these rounds down, Dapper, because these are great rounds to break down after the major.
Great round from the North Americans. 2-1.
I want to know who's kicked Ambi's dog. He's on like 7 kills here after 3 rounds. He's been absolutely flying, and that one especially found himself a 4K. And it does feel, Tim, like Rebellion probably are just a bit too much for all gamers. It's only been a quarter. It's still very early on.
Because they use that same plant strat chat in the game against VP, and they actually committed the plant strat. And then there they faked it, and they went for the guy and
It's been the one thing that we've seen them trying to crunch
on the other
onto.
side.
No,
Esley, thank you for the sub. I appreciate you, man.
Back in round 1. So they'll leave that on side and say, you know what? You want to keep running the Chanka that's nice and slow? That's fine. It's a bigger target for us to go after.
Round 4 on the way, and we will be going back to the same starting site. So it's going to be, I think, just a rinse and repeat from all gamers on defense. It's going to be over to commanders and bathroom. Last time around, Rebellion were...
What happens if SR wins? They go to...
attack here. Managed to get it done with...
I think they go to promotion games, yeah, because they're 1-1 right now.
We're going to see maybe more of a full clearance from Rebellion. I could be wrong, but Railgun's already setting up down towards games and dorms. We've got a little bit of attention towards courtyard as well. Briefings being dealt with, so I think we will see...
Yeah, what if for every kill Canadian gets...
try and clear this out and take control.
I do.
Yeah, on this top floor, meeting is
I do 5 sit-ups after this game. That's a fun way to do it, chat. I might be fucking. What if Canadian just starts popping off, chat?
Window facing in towards
For every kill Canadian. For every, oh, you'll do that shit with me?
Work their way up.
I bet.
For
every kill. For every kill Canadian gets. I'm gonna do 5 sit-ups, chat, after this game.
To really try and free things up, create pressure elsewhere to let your team move through a little more comfortably, or as many teams have done historically.
Watch Canadian just start going crazy. Like he drops like a 20 bomb.
Bypass all of that and instead just push their way in from the top side of the map and work in from there. But I would expect there probably will be some sound.
Yeah, chat, y'all have to do it with me if Canadian goes crazy, chat.
Ambi straight away clearing off that utility from the stairs, just giving him the option to push onto and pressure those Eagle stairs. It's going to be solo mid that is tasked with holding on to this location. It was something that we actually saw all gamers clear out as an attacking side.
Wait, chat, should I do crunches? Aren't sit-ups bad for you, like, actually? I don't know. I heard, like, I don't know the exact science behind it, but I swear to God someone told me once that sit-ups are actually bad for you.
The sort of aggression that we're seeing coming in from Shopify
oh!
Rebellion here.
Alright, I'm safe so far.
It's a double to
Thank God for Thorn Shoddy, holy moly. Only if you spam them? No, they aren't? Okay, heard.
Huge loss.
That's where really you need
holy propaganda? Yeah, I don't know, Chad. I just hear things, bro.
Pushing into blue stairs on bank.
That's just fat propaganda.
You need something to do the work for you, and Grim Bees in the track really ain't going to be it. So for the first time here, feels like Rebellion might find themselves a bit on the back foot with a lot to do to recover this round.
They're going to roar off this door. Oh, he did hop in, though. Railgun just holding a perfect pixel on it.
Will manage to pick up SPOIT as he goes in. Razor Bloom onto Rexon.
Why is the meter facing that way? That's crazy. They were that confident they're going to hold down horse.
Onto Yaz, but he's got 4 still ahead of him. Going in with a shotgun, but will be taken down by MC. And that is going to be all gamers leveling things up 2-2.
All right, okay. Good round from them. Admittedly, more of a mess, I'd say, from Rebellion on clearing out Eagle. That should have been a free kill onto solo mid. I know he sat there with a shotgun. I know he's
Mike Tyson suffered back and neck problems due to spamming sit-ups.
There's so much you can do to punish him, but I think they found out
I don't think 5 is going to hurt you.
Yeah, I don't think
we'll be playing so aggressively around.
If I'm talking about doing this shit every day, like every time on stream.
Still not a bad outcome though. I'd say having 2 attacks here is good because, as we often see with like newer teams, those that aren't as established, attacking is where you tend to see them fall down a little bit. And I think Rebellion here are thinking, look, if we can get 3, maybe even just 2 attacks, that'll be enough for us to completely shut things out on the defense in the second half.
Yeah, I think I agree. I think, you know, they're probably more than happy with that, but it's whether it goes their way or not. We move again.
That just stop eating so much fatty. That's the thing, the food is just so good, chat. Like,
games,
I don't know.
Games, whichever you want to say. So, briefing going to be important. Solo mids out there at the minute, setting up with the Thorn Railgun.
Good thing, bro's not Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson also got punched in the head for a living. True facts, bro.
Off and cleared, and the Shopify Rebellion don't have an easy time of getting into the map. That's the one thing you don't want to give people on Fortress.
Bro, stop eating. Yeah, I could get on some GLP-1, bro.
Because, for example, if Shopify Rebellion are able to walk in and take over commanders and bathroom quite easily, the round starts falling apart quite quickly. You got to fight them for that.
Would be a little bit silly if you could very easily walk into a map called Fortress, Tim.
I mean, it would kind of defy the name a little bit, wouldn't it?
I mean, in my opinion, there's not really enough protection.
2-2 right now. All gamers Shopify Rebellion. Third on Glass Band. No Old Tower. Drop Rebellion. Ban the Goya. Looks like they still want to go for a lot of the fast plant strategies. Canadian in the Blitz.
Either way,
Boy,
see if
solo
they can
lurking
turn
up
back into a decent
white
fortress
stairs.
in round
Position given
5.
away. Drone
Leaning
sees
once
him.
again into that Chankra, suggested that we
Will he
might
go
see
for the
a
ego
Bang
chow?
at the end
Oops,
of the
sees the
third.
laser.
Has been
Sees the laser.
Very much a crutch operator for all gamers to lean on.
Flashes him and
Deliberate
runs
smoke
away.
being banned away. They're bringing it along as the alternative.
Fake pressure.
Here, knowing that that isn't an option they've got to slow down the attacks of Rebellion. It's
I think they want to go. They look like they want to go for the mattress window hop again, bro.
Be the same. Canadians on that shield still, and they've got the double intel operator. They're going to want to run at these boys here and not give them a chance to
Fast
react.
fall back here, yeah.
Go
Guy up
straight
red
into
stairs this
horse on
time.
the blitz,
Spoit
getting
can take
aggressive
up.
and taking ground as
He's going to climb a blue ladder.
So far,
Boy, off the dope call. He does have opposite over control. They have mattress execute position again.
Where you just see his silhouette off in the background. He's gone through into bathroom, taken that ground, so now it allows them. This is what I said, you don't really want to give this area up if you are all gamers, because now they're going to be able to breach into briefing. That's going to force Moonlight back, and all of a sudden you're trying to defend deep from within sight.
Because of a shield. Flex reinforce on a brief wall. Another layer for them. The shield lets them shoot off age charges if they do go for the age charges, so that's why he's looking at it.
Now is from the doorway where Moonlight's currently sat on a shield. Typically, you'd leave one of those walls open and be able to then challenge and at least go for a bit of a 2 versus 1 onto the doorway or onto the breach. That's not an option. So
Flashes a guy in the shield, then goes for age charge, and the player holds a cut back to the shield. Shield gets naded. Good coordination by Shopify Rebellion.
Could be opening up for a bit of Canadian aggression.
Yeah, Moonlight has been forced deeper into sight.
Pressure all around the board for Shopify Rebellion here.
All gamers is within about 20 feet of each other, so they have just been forced.
Wow, Spoit, what a gunfight!
Attackers constricted around them.
They have mattress control. They have briefs control. They have old tower control. They have vending out to window control. They have everything. Right now, all gamers need to fucking prioritize powering one side. I think they want to hold down the old tower, but they're not even extended into there anymore.
Seconds left to go. Shopify Rebellion. They need to think about.
Oh, he can cross the plant spot right now. He's chilling.
Deliver this diffuser.
No! 5 sit-ups. 5 sit-ups. Wait, please kill this guy.
Not exposed off towards Railgun. C4 comes on through, but
as long as Troy doesn't get this last kill.
Finish him off, and at the same time,
thank God.
3 into a second. Yaz going a bit big here.
Let's go, Shopify Rebellion. But listen, that's 5 sit-ups. 5 sit-ups so far.
I love that.
Stop only thinking of the 700 ad. Appreciate you, man.
Comes out.
You gotta kill 5 sit-ups. 5 sit-ups, chat.
It was like he was trying to press his shield on top of it to protect himself.
Why is everyone hitting him
managed to do it, kept himself alive, but only for a few seconds. We're gonna have all gamers calling the tactical timeout at this point. 3-2 down. Obviously hoping for a little bit more from the defense here, Fenomen.
I feel like you can't be bleeding 4 attacks on Fortress. It's just really not going to go your way in the second half if you give Rebellion.
You don't have the co-streaming thong on? Oh, shit.
Say it's in Phenomene,
Let me do that.
In.
Let me co-stream real quick.
Communication is worth stressing for those who want to know a bit more about. This team goes through MC, who of course is known over across the world.
How much is the mainstream?
He's played in a few regions now and a few different teams. The rest of them are a little bit newer to the game. So he's doing a lot of the communication back and forth to help them get
Bet double it to 10 per kill, bro. You're looking like the kid from Up.
But to me, Tim, it does sort of feel like that smoke ban and the Goya ban as well, the 2 stall tactics that we saw all gamers really leaning on in their previous games being taken away.
The thing is, chat, I'd be totally down for all this if I wasn't literally getting like acid reflux. Like,
yeah, right.
I'd be down for a lot more. I just don't know. I feel like I have GERD, bro. Is that because I'm a fat ass? Probably.
3-3 absolute minimum for them.
After those, I actually dead ass got like crazy acid reflux from those push-ups, bro. Thought I did think of the 5 gifted. Holy moly, think of the 5 gifted side. I did appreciate you, man. Thank you.
W's in the chat.
It's gonna be Dorms and
yeah, I got really bad acid reflux the first time I did bench at the gym, but then it just went away the next time.
I think there wasn't enough resistance.
You just kept doing it?
Horse, bathroom,
yeah, I just kept doing it.
Okay. Yeah, you're right, bro. You're right, bro. Yes, you're obese. Yep.
With the blitz straight through. They got
could be diet. Yeah, probably.
We saw all the pressure then mount from that side. So I'd like to see this time all gamers just putting up a little bit more resistance.
If you want to eliminate ads, just hit F5 on your keyboard.
Ooh.
Very much the same as you say.
Or have a slice of pie.
Way outside of the shield being dropped because why bring it here? The Ying seems to have been offering quite a bit for them, at least in optionality. Didn't really manage to make great use of it in the round that we saw back in round 4 when all
isn't the lactic acid buildup? I don't. Probably not. I thought lactic. Yeah, I don't think that's how that lactic acid works, unless I'm wrong. Maybe. Hey, maybe you're. That's a new line of science you can go into, bro. The correlation between gastrointestinal acid and lactic acid, bro.
Contend with on the other side, as even allies do get flashed out by those candelas, and of course can't see through smoke.
Okay. It's shaping up outside of the external wall. I was just watching on our top down here to see exactly where this attack was kind of shaping up. There isn't too much pressure at the minute towards the other side, but I think we are going to see them now looking to move in through Horse. Rexon has managed to get that external wall open as well, so I think rather than seeing the bathroom briefing push, we're likely to see more down towards this door, in towards bunks. We saw them try it previously when Ambi tried to walk in with the glass. I think that's where more of the attention is going to go. That's why they've opened that external wall this time.
Ambi up red stairs again.
It was Railgun before on the Bandit, was sat in behind there because they hadn't managed to open that. And he was
Mattress Hall has just been fucking freeload for Shopify Rebellion round after round after round. Good runaway by Yaz right there. No one on the bridge to hold him.
So you got the shades on as well, just in case any smokes or flashes did come in off the back of it. Instead, it was a frag grenade headed his way. Our second Twitch drone being removed from the round. Those Electro Claws, Tim, as you've seen, have been safe for the most part as well. I think he was holding on to it here, MC, for the majority of the round to finally electrify off the wall. But now both shock drones are gone.
Ace on the wall, Nate on the bending window. Another ace through that onto the wall behind. It's going to bait out the Warden to shooting it.
All gamers have got to hold on for just
Canadian going for old tower, slow.
Second Selma goes
They both get shot off there. No util to go with it. Ford should kill Canadian. Nice, good. No more setups for me.
Mistake. Canadian drops down, taken out by solo mid as Wrexham was also floored by a razor.
Surf gets old tower control. That's huge.
Piece, though, to keep the advantage.
Mattress controlled up there. Wow, that gun does so much damage. What the fuck?
LMG of Railgun on the Tachanka, and that leaves us now 3 versus 2 with Wrexham down on the ground.
Can they get Wrexham at all?
Yes, they can. Collected. Diffuser is down cold.
Split hopping out to go for the diffuser old tower side. He needs a solo fight old tower. But with mattress wall open, it's like, or rug wall open, it's just hard to cross. Macy has to cross.
To try and collect it, but needs to be cautious.
And he's giving himself away by dropping down the Grim Beast. They know that he's coming from this position.
The case is like bottom old tower. He doesn't get it. Yeah, Rexon tries to cross the vending window, doesn't work out. And he's gonna swing out. AG looking good actually. But now it's time for them to go on the attack. And China, how far ahead are you on this attack? That's the biggest question.
Yeah, really good from all gamers. Just to close that out, tactical timeout obviously doing its job from
Sean, that 3, I think of the sub. Yeah.
Take 20 seconds to breathe. Remain calm, okay? Breathe, breathe. Find the calm, okay? Alright.
Well, that's a perfect 20 seconds. Holy shit.
The defenses, it's in the past now. If they won 3 rounds on attack, we can 1-4. Okay, that's the mentality.
防守已经过了，他们能赢3把进攻，然后我们能赢4把。Okay.
It's a team that can fight. Okay, so don't be surprised if they try to hide, if they are aggressive. Okay.
他们是一个很会去对枪的队友，所以不要很惊讶，他们就直接顶过来。
We can rush the first round if we don't see there is much trap. Okay, on the cursed child draw, there is only like Denari.
没有这么多陷阱的，为了我们退让。
What do you want me to translate? The guy's speaking in English. He said that there's no traps. You can rush the first round. How the fuck do you want me to translate that, Chad?
Yes,
thanks for taking the sub, Janad. Appreciate it, man.
Window and a barbed wire. Okay.
那边有个电线跟那个。
He's saying the same shit that he said.
One will be in meeting, so you can fight that guy first.
新闻应该会站一个人的时候，你应该可以跟他先对上，这样子。
They can play wall deny. It's simple. If wall deny, we do front push. Okay, we don't bother like going.
This was basically on the roof, just clearing. For bunks, they 4-man blue with Deimos under, and he walked up the staircase. They do go for the ace on the wall immediately if they're doing that take, which we talked about. And they just try to play the cut. He eventually did try to jump in the soda window, so if they go for that, just be aware. When they did that, it was quick. So just make sure that if that's what we think we're doing or they're doing, we're ready to react. If they swap it, we didn't see it in the game, but I assume it's the same as their command, where it's basically them just 5-man.
Okay. I found the start of that really interesting from all gamers, where it was very much a breathe and just silence for 10-15 seconds. I thought at first he was going to do what a few teams have done
just
not
talk.
Go, big of the sub to add. Big of the sub to add. Appreciate it. Tell Goyer, think of the sub to add. Appreciate it.
Inside, it was also again quite tactical and specific, I suppose. The smoke ban coming through here, same as we saw from Rebellion alongside the Goyo. So really looking to remove those operators that support the bottleneck we've come to know from Fortress.
Okay. Oh,
Bro, guys, the player is translating what the coach said exactly word for word, bar for bar. You want me to translate it back? I'm just going to say what the coach said in English, bro. Fuck, man. Translate what SR coaching. Now, SR's coach talks in Texan, so I can translate that, actually. So what Troy said is they might hop in the soda window. Now, soda, that's another term for pop. So if you know soda, if you have the word pop before growing up, that's what soda means. If you call it a cola, that's also what soda means, chat. So that's your translation from Texas talk, bro.
You know, this is a player that's played a lot of support through CNL if you have a look at his numbers, but he is coming out and delivering here at the
can.
Fab. And also on the other side, I want to talk about solo mid.
What is pop? You know, a certain region in the US calls soda pop.
A lot of fast aggression coming out from Rebellion, and yes, some of those entries were secured off the back of the Chaka. Fine.
We call it a
fizzy. He has been able to stem the tide and get his team moving.
Wait, there's more people. There's people in the US that call it a fizzy? A fizzy drink?
But let's see how they fare on the attack.
What the hell?
With newer teams, Tim is on
we also call it pop in the UK. In England, we call it a can. Okay, see, that shit's just like
out of step with each other.
Can.
Also a tonic.
To spin on the heels and get a real nasty flick onto a second player.
Canadian just in that position to try and stop the push up Eagle stairs. We'll just continue to hold that on the long angle. Interestingly, he's got the rotation available into sight, so he can't really give up his position too easily. Just having a look, a couple of reinforcements are left in pocket, so if he does rotate back in through
down
there,
southern
there
Texas, they call it a refresco.
to be able to reinforce that wall. Because what you don't want to do is lose control of Eagle and then have them come
a
down
fucking
there,
sledge shotgun up white stairs
and just be able to walk on into sight. At the minute,
getting fired out by the Books player,
as you can see here. But he has allowed, as you say, Moonlight to get up to the top of here. And
just denying both entries on that side for right now. Players holding crossfire with him, just stalling down this. Mini going for an aggressive swing here on the white stairs. I don't think he knows whether gets droned out. Canadian down, yes. You know, I've never actually rooted for Canadian to not do well, other than today.
No opportunity to reinforce that wall. The breach has been.
Oh my God! Wait, he killed him through at a zombie materialization peak, bro.
For access to sight.
That's crazy.
MC manages to pick up another with a headshot. 5 versus 3. I said that they might have attacks in the locker, Des, and they certainly do at the minute. We see Moonlight collected back up.
I'm not going to lie to Troy was like a free kill there. I can't lie.
Like 5 versus 3.
I said earlier on in our last
I feel like Troy doesn't really play as if he's ready for aggression, or at least from that round.
Man advantage situations. In this one, they've got 2. Both kills coming from Reapers, it's worth stressing as well, making very effective use of the pistols because they've got shotguns ready for close range encounters. With Candela up over the top.
Oh, it takes all the way deep off that fucking Ying.
Up against the Kiba. I'm sure they know that he's here, Tim.
There's a long crossfire on the bathroom door here, so he can't peek deep.
Shotgun really should be losing out.
His teammate shooting down is a zombie right now.
I think he's just...
Oh, Moonlight, if he looked at the right spot, he would have had a gap on the Rexon. Rexon is so fucking huge for his team. That's going down already, though. Is that on the doorway, or is that, where is that? Is that Tetris? Wow, Ambi shuts it down. Good composure by SR. Holy moly. Bathroom door as well.
Down on the floor, does he know? Yes, he does.
Good refrag by SPOIT.
Trade off the back of it. Now Yaz, 2 kills to his name across those first 6 rounds. Has got to find 2 with 15 seconds to go, and that is not a fantastic start to what could have been a pretty special clutch. Wrexham, this is a great example of what I spoke about, by the way. Gets the 1, has a whole 2 seconds to spin onto the 8 inside of blue, who didn't step out for the trade. And that
again, it's the openers are not that bad for AG and these other Chinese teams. It's just a late round, mid-round, late round. They don't know how to close out necessarily because their thing is they're going to go for the default win con that works across multiple Chinese teams, but like SR have that they played against the default win con a million times.
He knew that the next Shamika canister was going to be launched, but guess what? That's a great opportunity to attack a Tachanka because they don't have their LNG in hand ready to fight. It was brilliant stuff, but they just didn't do enough with what they took. It was exactly this, the double from Rex, and that's a beautiful shot, just sprays all the way up the body.
Oh, the smoke wasn't even covering the plant fully. That's so tragic.
Of that recoil from the
I also feel like if the other guy had like close to blue control, he shouldn't have planted on that side of Tetris. He should have planted on the other side, no? Or am I stupid?
And all gamers back to the drawing board.
Ambi didn't really have to move his position either. They knew that he was around. We had the yellow pings coming in on the other side of the hard wall down from that long museum corridor. They knew that he was there somewhere, just weren't 100% sure on where. And I think until that position is cleared, you can't comfortably step forward and get the plant down. Because you see, all Ambi had to do was stand up, lovely, head height holes, bam, guy is dead. They can't get that diffuser down. So not having control of Horse was the big misstep there for all gamers. And arguably, that, including the botched 2v1 onto Rexon, is what has cost them the round.
How do we rate all gamers in the China region so far? I mean, it's the same as any other, like...
Recover it here in round 8.
Like, it would be the...
Okay,
it's just
so
like, it's
we're
expected as one of, like, a new
it's
region,
gonna
bro.
be
Like, they have strong
games.
openers, they have strong
SPOIT
mid-rounds
has the
sometimes.
rotation out. We see that
But
quite
the
often.
biggest thing is how do you
Full
end the
rotation
round?
out. You can
Like,
just
you
peek
see this
out
with every
onto
single
the
team
old
from the
tower
other
drop.
regions too. It's like, there's the same
In
T3,
and
T2
around
problem
that
that,
vending machine,
you know,
and
NA
it's
teams
difficult
have. Is like, you
to
could get opening
round.
picks on people, but it's like
Sometimes
closing out late round is where people, the difference is. So I think the more people play, and if there's a big sizable player base, they will catch up and they will do well. But right now, it's just obviously it's the early stages of being legitimate, right? They just need to learn from this international experience and call it a day.
Up towards Moonlight is on the old tower side of the map, but other than that, I think mostly they are just on the drones and still in that intel phase.
Yeah, they rush right now. You don't know. It's more about like on a cafe, right? You get yourself up on the roof, you get back on the drones, you figure out what's going on, you start your push down in towards red, you start challenging around Skylight. It is kind of they get to the building safely, then you can worry about what's happening inside of it. Canadians still looking towards a lot of stall, of course, off the back of that Chanka. Last round dealt with very handily. A little bit unfortunate on his timing onto Eagle with the fire at first, and then also onto the challenge that came in very shortly after from Moonlight with that Reaper. This time round, he's got it down in good time, and he's keeping the aggressors at bay.
Going to see that external wall open, so not a bad start here. Just coming up to the halfway mark. That's going to put a little bit of
cheeky
pressure
rat
on
spot on
Rexon,
rug,
but it's something
rug
Real
wall.
Gun needs to be aware of because Rexon is taking.
Looks
that
like they
beat
want to go
quite
for old tower.
aggressively
Amaru
as
up,
he's
laundry
just gonna move
hatch.
himself
Just
towards
fucking
Horse Door there. Look to try and
crazy
put a little
entry
bit
to go
of
for off the
pressure
drop.
onto
Chalk is
top
going to be
side
obviously
of
ready
the
for it.
Shopify
Rail got off the rat spot,
defense.
gets
It's
Rexon actually.
Railgun, I mentioned that
Oh, it doesn't
fight.
go off the
It's
hatch.
him that comes away with the advantage, taking
close to
down
shotgun
Rexon,
here.
but SPOIT is there for the trade. Something Shopify Rebellion
Moonlight's
have
in
done pretty
position.
well so far.
T4
Keep on
though.
top of those numbers.
Too much
Keep on top
hesitation,
of
it
them.
seems
They
like.
will in style.
Shopify's
Surf
Utah
the
wins out
nitro
here.
over
There's
the
no more
top.
surprise
Finds
factor
his
for
man,
all
Moonlight
gamers.
down 4 versus 3.
Yeah, two of them pushing in here as well. You're
Yep.
coming into more fire potential. The C4 could come their way. Chanka does fall down, though. That's not the end of the world for them. In
Well,
fact,
they're not
it's
holding
now
that
just really
doorway.
Surf
I guess
and
they just
Spoit.
don't care.
They need to force to move away because Ambi is up towards
Surf
the top
responds
side
to
of
the
the map,
communication.
no doubt. He'll work his way back
Good
around. But that
crossfire
would have been
there.
their golden chance. But Surf has got this one unlocked him. A great C4 earlier.
Yeah, it's the same thing where like the entry's not bad for all gamers, but that's the easy part of the round for any region to get to. It's the mid to late round. How do you transition that entry into winning the round? They have no idea. They just keep trudging through the more default way, and they keep like, oh, we got this control, so therefore we should be able to push through old tower, and then Rebellion obviously have all the counters for that util wise, and all of it works because they're all counters, so that's just how the way I see it. JB447, Hood Eeny, thank you for the sub, and Jonah, thank you for the 13 months, JB, appreciate you, man. Thank you. How's my favorite chest on Chili Boy? I'm doing good, I'm doing good. I did some push-ups earlier, and I have a headache, and gastroesophageal reflux disease from it. So I think I have too much blubber in my belly. I think I'm just too out of fucking shape right now, bro, Chad. I can't lie.
Round will tick away. SPOIT finds the final kill, and Shopify Rebellion get a second defense in a row. And as we suggested, it's looking tough for all gamers to get this one done on Fortress now.
Yeah, it's like I said back at
Thank you for the sub for 8 months. Appreciate you, Redhead. Appreciate you, man. Do you think any of these region teams are watching something other regions are the more focused on the basics?
You're playing this spot, you're supporting that.
I definitely think they can be studying to other teams. I think they can get a feel of the difference in level of game, but I think they just need to slowly build their building blocks up.
I think as we saw once the Amaru got into spot there was a little bit stuck, and Moonlight was a bit like, okay,
I'm getting back to the gym now. That done with universe. Let's fucking go, Jazz, man. Let's fucking go, dude. Have you ever done fasting? No, I have not. And the reason for that is because I get low blood sugar a lot, because I think diabetes runs in my family. But like no one's never had a physical for it. So instead of getting hungry, I get low blood sugar.
If it goes 5 and 4,
so it's like
gamers have shown that they can win attacks, and just maybe
I start like shaking and shit. Like
things could yet turn around. But we've got to see a convincing attack out of them here, Tim.
If you have diabetes, nobody runs in your family.
Yeah, the Sense Snake Blitz. We've now got Buck as well as a combo.
That's an old one. That's an oldie but a goodie.
To me that all gamers are going to try this method that we see of attacking the side lane.
Fat boy excuse. No, you're right, bro. I get the same shit. Well, chat, looks like you're all diabetic, bro.
You know, you get your nades in there, you clear out the utility. They've got smoke canisters on Blitz. You get them down and then
sub that white rice for brown rice and quinoa mix. hard to do that, G.
To try and clear out that top floor cliff.
L Cope. No, you're right, bro. Brian R. Lucid, thank you for the subs. Oh, Lucid 06 for the 11 months up. Appreciate you, man.
Everybody is downstairs. So they've given that top floor over to All Gamers. So time should not be an issue here. They're going to get the drones in. They're going to be able to follow in behind them. But they should be able to go in and get control of this pretty quickly.
Solomon, of course. I mean, shields are always I don't want to call them a crutch. It sounds bad to say they're a crutch, but they're a very efficient way, I think, where maybe you aren't quite fully confident on your ability to step into a map aggressively. It's a good one to lean in behind.
Command side over, top full clear looks like. Do they have any sort of vert? Yes, they do have Buck.
It's certainly not going to be a bad thing either, because they can feed him
Sense and Grim could be another one of those, like, yeah, Sense down the hallway, don't try to take flag.
Moonlight uses that scanner as to whether he gets spotted or not. Could be a real crucial part of this.
I'm surprised people don't go bathroom door late on this push at all. It's just like the die flag, so they have full hallway control. Like down Red Stars, late bathroom door. I feel like that's not a bad like late round in WinCon, no? 30, thank you for the Prime sub for 6 months. Thank you for the loyalty, dog. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for the sub. Benny Ben, thank you for the sub. Appreciate you, Ben.
To make sure they don't get hit, but now they can get that book to work. They can open up the hatch and they can start thinking about getting some vertical pressure down into that site.
That's it, yeah. Yaz can do an awful lot of work from here as well. There's still the one hatch they haven't opened.
They flex reinforced off the bricks wall. The site used to have feet holes on them, which means that they want to have that swing ready for that door plant based off their strat. So it's good prep by Shopify Rebellion, because all gamers have played a lot of this map. Well, they're not played a lot of this map, but they played it against Furia, so.
In the first half, aggressing towards that site, punish those who were sat a little bit out of position, but Rebellion have equally.
Like they're getting ready to go for Infirmary kill. They might block off the angles with Sense here. The long angles in the site for Sense. From the hatch, maybe, or vert.
This is the problem with verticality on this site. If you're ever wondering why do we not see more verticality?
There's a player in flag. The Sense blocks off the long angles for the side players to help them to jump in with the blitz on the players. Surf alone now.
Light screen comes out, trying to get themselves down and established at the bottom of those stairs.
There they go. He's fucking dead. I feel like that was quite telegraphed. I can't lie.
Will be picked up by the kill. Solo mid manages to find him. 5 versus 4 now as All Gamers start the push.
I don't know how SR didn't have a response to that.
Scan coming in as well to give them
maybe they were scared of the vert. They couldn't push up because of the vert.
Extra little bit of impetus to push them forwards.
Look at the mirror. Waiting plant looks like is the end.
Sure enough, that scan will have done a little bit of that job.
Warden on the mirror.
When they can try and look for a plant to go down. Got to be so careful. The Canadian is ready and waiting. Lets his man go by though. In he steps, Solo mid in towards, trying to push on towards him, and that's a freebie. You've got to ask why didn't he step up a little bit sooner? But here comes Canadian, off towards the left, knows where his man is, and it's going to be a free kill for him. Yaz
good wrap by Troy, I guess.
Left in a 1vx, a third time.
That's 10 setups, 10 setups, 10 setups, 10 setups. Yeah, he's patient. He's patient. He won the run with Rat. Zal, thank you for the sub. I appreciate you, man.
Yeah,
+5 setups, yes sir.
Gamers, but ultimately,
dad are Troy, bro. He won the round, bro. He won the round, bro.
Really
shit, bro.
Them too much. There always comes a point on that site, realistically.
Can you get Mingo and Jinxie for the G2 game? I think Jinxie has a League of Legends tournament right now, so he's not going to be watching. Think of the Prime sub. Casual hentai enjoyer is his name.
Banger.
That's his name. Thank you for the Prime sub. I appreciate you.
That's a banger
as well. So despite All Gamers looking like they were in control at this point of the round with 30 seconds left to go, when they started on
W name. What's wrong with that?
Really
W peak.
So I think awareness of where everybody was inside a site or ability to take them down.
Fet's not mad about hentai. He's mad about casual.
There's no competitiveness. Yeah, there's no. First of all, it's not ranked hentai enjoyer, which means that this guy can't take shit seriously. Second of all, so when I like food, I'm a fat fucking chud that should fast and just tank low blood sugar. But this guy could just, you know, like hentai, and that's W.
Patience is a virtue.
My fault, bro. My fault, bro. My fault, bro. My fault, bro.
Plant going down because All Gamers left it just a
my fault, bro.
Late in the round. And potentially, our last round is going to be spent up in command and office, Tim, or bathroom and command even, up towards this top side. We spoke about this already. You'll probably see the push coming in from the south side here, or from the attackers. Well, last time around, they went straight up towards Eagle Stairs, as we saw, and they worked absolute wonders from that position. But given where they've all spawned, Tim, it does look like it's going to be another full map clear.
Yeah, I would expect. So MC has gone over to that Eagle side, but he's actually moving around quite quickly, I think, and looking to come and join his team maybe towards the bottom of things. It's going to be SPOIT that they need to deal with over there in Old Tower. He's on the Bandit. SPOIT with that weapon terrifies me, to be honest. You just know he's going to absolutely rip some shots if he's given the opportunity to do so. so. He's supported by Ambi. So all gamers, this really is a trial by fire. Map clearance of Ambi and SPOIT, not going to be easy.
Now trying to take away a few gadgets, but you've got to keep these drones alive is the hard part, and Canadians already sniffed out one without anything being taken away from the defenders. It's not an awful start. Now all the Roteros to roll on through. In fact, I'm looking at it. Look at how many drones we've got to work with. They're giving across all the operators are rolling here. The Twitch, the Flores, and the Brava. Robot Wars in there.
It's a full drone lineup. We can see there Canadian was playing the rotate that I spoke about last time. If you remember, I said, you know, they keep reinforcements in pockets so they can close that wall up should they feel the need to. Canadian has chosen to do that this time. So even if all gamers do push their way into each,
chat, are there any Romanians in the chat?
To be done, they're going to need railgun up there. He is towards that side, and he's going to look.
Look at that ace charge dapper! Holy shit!
I don't know exactly how that's going to work.
What does it do?
It puts a little square hole rather than a
Holy
full
shit!
size hole.
That's a lot of Romanians. What the fuck?
Maybe he did it on purpose.
Think of it though. Gifted sub to Philip Sadler. Think of this up. Ambient something. Something I appreciate.
I mean, it has done. It's got the little weird like head hole. I'm pretty sure it wasn't intentional, but we'll take it anyway. Ambi's going to start things out. Down goes Soda.
Completely shot down Rebellion. Looks like they're gonna move on to the next round. Simple game for them as predicted. Only upset so far is Enterprise versus Stalker today. They make it to the promotional games. Clean ass Fortress game.
From Ambient SPOIT over on that far side. I said at the beginning.
All right, chat. How many did SPOIT have? Or sorry, how many did Canadian have? How many did Canadian have?
Know that you're going to be in trouble. That's exactly what happened as they tried to progress through. I think, you know, they've got railgun opening up at the top side, try and create a little bit of a diversion, but it really didn't take the attention of Shopify Rebellion, who come through with a very solid performance there. I've got to say, it was great from them.
15 sit-ups. That's light work,
the team in front of you, Shopify Rebellion, very professional from them. Got in there, got the job done, nice and quick. They move on to the qualification best of threes.
Yeah, big for them to be in that spot because, of course, they don't like the idea, like a lot of teams being at that one-on-one mark. It just suggests that things could go from bad to worse, but a good matchup today for them. As you say, puts them in a spot to qualify for the main stage on home soil, no less. That's exactly where they want to be, in front of a home crowd.